So one of my friends recently asked me, "Hey, how do you play against Xerath?" I have a lot of difficulty playing against him because I feel like he either gets pushed into his tower and he might poke me out, or he pushes to my tower and I know he's gonna poke me out. So I played against a Xerath recently. I was like, "Hey, this is a good example of what to do." A couple things to note is with poke champions, you're gonna be finding that they want to choose between. They really just want to farm. They need to build up this farm advantage on you. They use this so that, once it comes to late game, they get 5 ranks in their main poke spell. They can chunk your AD carrier support for half health. And so you're going to want to deny them farm. You're going to want to make them choose farm over you. And you're going to want to make sure that you're not getting poked out to the point where you have a level disadvantage. Because if that happens, you're going to be the guy that's getting chunked for half your health every spell cast. And that's never a fun thing. So first thing to note is that in this lane, I'm going to move to the side. I want to stay to the side of my minions because this means that he has to choose between me or the minions. He doesn't have his Q anymore, so I know that I can trade better than him. If he goes up to auto-attack the wave, I can trade. He can't. So I'm going to use this to my advantage and continue shoving. He has thrown 2 Qs at the minion wave now, and so I know that he is not going to try trade with me. He's going to continue shoving, and he's going to try to overwhelm me. Now, he used a little bit of that priority there to get some damage on me. You want to try and minimize that, but in this case, 1 Q isn't going to be the end of the world. You do have 2 potions, and especially if you're playing RE, you have your passive. Ate a little damage there, trying to dodge everything, but ultimately that's not going to be the end of the world. As you can see, I'm already pushing him in and denying him CS. And so I'm going to continue with this strategy because I know it works. I know it's something that he can't handle. Try to psych him out a little. Now remember, because of the way he set himself up, every time he trades with me, I know that I can push the minions safely because he's not going to be pushing them at all. And he's going to have to wait for his cooldown so he can keep wave clearing. And I'm able to use that because he traded with me as opposed to pushing the minion wave. I'm going to use that to get up wards. These wards guarantee that I can safely push the wave even harder than before because I know where Sejuani is. She's not going to be able to gank me at all. Staying outside the minion wave, trying to make sure that they're the only targets he can really choose. Otherwise, he loses out to tower like this. And as you can see, he's running out of mana, so that's something I know I can really abuse. Zach comes in for a gank. We burn his flash. It's important to note that poke champions don't really have too many methods for surviving ganks. And so by being able to get rid of his flash, I know that later on I'm going to be able to come in and I'm going to kill him. Either that or Zach can come around a second time, and we can use that to pick up a kill. I did end up seeing Sejuani top, so I'm like, hey, let's crash this wave into this tower. Now, if you're wondering what this is BM. I'm trying to basically get him to throw as many skill shots as he can out at me because I'm just being kind of careless at that point. I'm like, if I can burn his mana, then there's no way he can respond. And now I am going to back though, because I'm out of mana. And I can't continue this kind of pressure if I don't have the mana to start casting Qs left and right. But the strategy is working. You can see because I was able to buy a boot, a pair of boots, a ward, and a lost chapter. The control ward is going to be so that I can go out and I can roam safely. It's going to be the boots so I can dodge his skill shots, and the lost chapter so I can continue this push. He's going to have the lost chapter only, and that's only going to be so that he can like play on back foot and he can protect his tower. Continue the push because, you know, you can't really relent in this sort of situation. Move to the side. I know he's going to try to hit those back lines right there, so like, hey, let's try to avoid that. He's busy though, so I set up. Try to put a pink ward there, and I do put a ward right there because it means if he goes to his blue, I know where he is going to be, where their jungler is, and I have a chance to turn around and I can kill him there. For him to burn his cooldowns. Now I'm walking up like this. I don't end up trading well, but I'm like, hey, he doesn't have any of his tools to trade, so I can just burn his mana as cooldowns. You know, kind of psych him out. I'm going to be keeping to this bottom side because I do have wards up there. That's going to keep me a lot safer than being top side. That's really important to look for. You want to make sure that Sedge can get ganks on you, because if she does, then she's going to be able to burn your ultimate, and you don't have any advantages on Xerath. Zac does come in, but Xerath has tower, Xerath has stopwatch, and so I'm thinking, you know, I can't dive this Xerath. He's going to have a stopwatch up. This is not a good gank. I'm going to try to see if I can force anything bottom lane. Bot lane does appear to be too pushed as well, so I back up. I'm like, hey, lane's about to reset. This is going to be a good time for Zac to gank, and so we can force something right here. Zac comes in. Looking for the combo. Easy kill. I don't think he expected to die there, so I don't think he really popped the stopwatch, but that's essentially a one lane for me now, because even though he still has his stopwatch, he doesn't have any sort of ability to harass me anymore. He has kind of essentially fallen off. Like I said, poke lanes, you know, you want to try to gather as many resources as possible, as much gold, because this is going to let you farm up, scale up. You're going to be able to hit those half health Qs that are so potent when you're trying to siege. And so by denying him this, I've essentially won the lane, and I'm going to make sure that he's not going to be nearly as much of a threat for the rest of the game. Hope this helps.